Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, just enjoying doing videos, enjoying whatever channels you watch here on YouTube. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it because you set the standard for yourself. Here we are about self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them when we want to, if we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. If you're new here, hello and welcome. If you're returning, what's up, my troll fam? I have to let you know though, if you're new here, I do curse sometimes in my videos because I curse sometimes, period. So now you know. Let's get into these looks and have a snack. Let me know what you think along the way. There are timestamps below if you want to skip ahead, but I would love it for you to stay and just watch and just hang out. Either way, I appreciate whatever time you spend watching my videos. Lots of links below, lots of information down there, and let's just get into it. Hey YouTube, we're starting today with mint chocolate chip ice cream scented and flavored Tillamook. Today is November 15th. I know I kept getting mixed up yesterday. We have our base face done. I'm going to try to remember to do the same base face, Fenty Brow Pencil, of course, Pat McGrath face primer, Pat McGrath foundation. I use shade M18. We did the Esom thing. We did all of that. I'm extremely exhausted, as you can tell by looking at my under eye. Then we went in with Radiant Light under the eye, and for lower lash line and upper and inner rims. The waterline, we use NYX retractable eyeliner, and this shade is Aqua Green. Before I forget, we're going to spray the face with the Scandinavia, the finishing spray. I meant to do that before and I forgot. So, but that's quick enough. So we're going to do one eye on. That didn't taste good. And one eye off, and hopefully I can get them the same. It's challenging for me to do that. Back in the day I got good at it, but that's because I did it quite often. But now I don't know. So we're going to prime one eye, and then we're going to jump into the look. For the next looks, I will I don't know if I'm gonna prime on in the video or not. My brain just locked up because I was trying to remember, like, I'm doing this video since we're doing multiple looks, and so that's why we're doing one eye on and one eye off, because I think I'm gonna do 6 looks as of right now, but we'll see where we are for time. Also, under eye and this area here, we have the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer, and I wear the shade 4N. So we're gonna prime this eye. I'm excited to be jumping into this palette, like, for real. Let me take another brush out from when I primed the other eye, and let me leave the primer over here. Oh, to set the foundation and primer, we used the Fashion Fair Set It Loose powder and Truly Tawny. Then we went in with the Esom thing. So I'm trying to keep things simple as possible for these looks, and the focus, excuse me, will be on the eyes. So we're going to take Backdraft, this shade here. This look, we're going to do this row here, and then this row, and then this row, and then we're going to hop around, because as you've seen from the swatch video, I am seeing a lot of looks with this palette. I am thinking I could use the Hourglass 3 brush for this shade. This is Esom V27. So just one press. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Excuse me if I shook you. So this is going to go, I don't have any notes written down because since we're doing rose, there's only the 4 shades. So just looking at it, whether I go dark to light or light to dark, you can kind of see what we're doing. This shade here is the dual chrome, and it does show up as one, or multi-chrome, but it looks like one of the basic ones. But anyway, I'm not going to talk a lot about the shadows because 1, I want to keep it moving, and for 2, I talked about them in the live where we did the swatches. So now we're going to move over to this shade right here, which is Fahrenheit, and we're going to see how that's going to look. Hopefully it looks fine. I was a little chilly. That's why I have on this hoodie, the zip up hoodie. Today was my appointment, well, dental appointment, because he was going to do an impression for me to have a night guard, and also he was going to fill this cavity in between these 2 teeth. yesterday I broke out in hives again on November 14th. And I remember saying something in a video about on my neck, and I think it was on this side. But this morning there were like hives over here, and my back was red, and my face, I was just like, so I was feeling really miserable. Because with hives, it's not, you can't make them go away. Whatever is causing them just has to wear off. Or if it's something you ingested, something you ate or drank, it just has to work as well as your system. I have no idea what it was, but I was feeling quite miserable. And so on top of my normal aches and pains, which when your body's in pain, it does affect your blood pressure, and feeling miserable more than usual because of the hives, my blood pressure was way high, like high for even when I go to the hospital, because every time I go there for appointments, my blood pressure is higher than it is at home, but it was like ridiculously high. And so he suggested that we don't do the filling today because of the numbing agents that he would have to give me, like to numb, you know, my lip and my gums and all of that. And he kept asking me, was I okay with that? And I said, well, I'd rather just get everything done because I'm here. But if you're recommending that we wait, then we'll wait. And I already have an appointment set up for December to pick up the mouth guard and have it fitted and all of that. So, but he was just concerned about putting more meds in me. The numbing agent with, this is this shade, this is catatonic. And so, so that didn't get done. And my second appointment today was with the oral surgeon to have Botox done for TMJD, my TMJ issues. Y'all, I cried. I had told the dental hygienist after she did the impressions, and I told my dentist when he came in, I said, if I start to cry, it's not either one of you. I'm just extremely miserable. I'm itchy. I don't know why I have these hives and this rash, and I'm just miserable. But when the oral surgeon was doing the shots, I mean, I actually like cried. It really hurt. And I don't know if I'm just more sensitive because of what's going on in my body right now. But he was great, and you know, his helper was great. So you always have a nurse, you know, in there with you, and you know, she was holding my hand and wiping my tears and and all of that. And it was just a day. And so I meant to do this video earlier, but I'm just out of it, and I'm still just kind of feeling miserable. If you've had hives before, I'm sure you can relate, because some people say, oh, don't cry, don't feel bad. Crying when you're in some type of pain or miserable, or even, have you ever been so angry that you cried? Your body just has so much emotion, and the only way that it was able to come out without punching somebody in the throat was just to cry as a way to relieve that anger. So try not to feel like, you know, it's telling somebody, don't cry, blah, blah. It's a healthy release of emotion. And this is very monochromatic. We're going back to Fahrenheit. I don't know what I thought this was going to look like, but I don't know. Maybe I'll rearrange this palette after I do all of these looks, or not. I just know not to do this combination again. She cute though. Or just put this all over and just put this on outer corner. You know what I mean? And I do think it's a cute look though. We're going back to the brush that had catatonic, that brown shade, and we're just going to lightly sweep right here. We do have a shadow we're going to put up here, but I just want to try and get somewhat of a blend going. Now we're going to take the last shade, which is Torment, which is a transition shade for me. For some reason, I think I have this in another palette. I already have most of Lethal's dark shadows. And so it was like, okay, what mattes can I put in this palette? And this one, as you see, it is a skin tone type shade for me. That's this one. So yeah, it looks like my skin. So we're just going to put that under our brow. And we're going to do small circular motions just for blending purposes. And I'm really hoping I can get the other eye to look the same. I don't think it's going to be that difficult because it's only just 4 shades. We're going to tap into that again. This shade does show up though, even though it's light. We're going to come down here and feather it on the bottom edge of the lid shade down here. I like what that did. I like that. So very easy, very simple. And we did do a green underneath because we just wanted to add some more color. So we're also going to take Fortune from Lethal Cosmetics, and against my better judgment, we're going to use the Esom T03 brush, one of the ones that they were all like different shapes and sizes. And so we're going to put this on Hopefully I can get a thin line. I can if I use just the tip of the brush, but still not as thin as when I use the MAC 210 brush. But just lightly going over my upper lash line with the tip of the brush, I am able to get a thin line. And I just messed up as I said that, because now like right here there's a dip. So we're gonna have to make it thicker so it looks like it's a consistent line. So not too shabby, considering I was talking through that. And trying to get a thin line with this brush on my upper lash line. So I am pleased with how that came out today. Now let's see what the other eye is gonna look like. I'm not going to take this out too far, I say, as I keep feathering it outward. I know my brows are, I don't know where they are. I think they're in another universe. They're not even international. They just really got away from me. And this side, I accidentally hit the foundation brush on it, and so then I had to go back over it. So this is basically the look. We're going to use Violet from MAC, and this will be the eye look. And so I'm going to do the other eye, and we'll come back and see what they both look like. And also I'm going to line my lips with the Nima Tang chocolate chip lip liner, and we're going to put on All the Way Funky Dark Forest on our lips. And so when we come back, we're going to have all of that done. This is our finished look. This is what we have, and I did a little punk thing here, put a little hook. We did use Fortune, the green from Lethal Cosmetics, which didn't show up green today, and maybe because it's such a blue on the lower lash lines, which again is aqua green. I did not put shadow down here. I did not blend it out. I just put the pencil liner on there and just left it. But I wanted to I did this because I knew this was going to be like a reddish type look, and so I wanted to do some different hints. Also the green lip, which Dark Forest to me sometimes looks green on me, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, so we have a green going on. We have the little hooks up here. I did like how the wings looked because they did go straight out. They didn't swoosh this time, but then I did a thing anyway. But this is this look, and you will see me in a few moments, and we will start look number 2. Hey y'all, today is I think November 16th. We're starting with the cake batter chapstick. Of course, I picked it at random. Same base face as yesterday. Pat primer, pat foundation, Fenty brow pencil. We did the Esom thing. We put Hourglass Radiant Light under the eye, and to set the face, I put too much bronzer on my nose. Come on, nose. Lower lash line. Well, before that, we sprayed today with the Milk Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. And we did put on the Estee Lauder concealer. So everything is the same except the spray as far as the face. And for lower lash line and upper and lower inner rims is the Sephora Collection 12-Hour Retractable Eyeliner. And the shade is number 14, Shimmer Khaki Green. So we're going to get started. We're going to prime. Oh, also Fashion Fair. Before we did the Hourglass thing, we put the Fashion Fair to set the foundation and primer. So we're going to go ahead and prime one eye. I was surprised after the fact that yesterday both eyes looked the same. And maybe because I wasn't trying too hard. I mean, I don't know. I remember years ago when I first started trying to do one eye on camera, one eye off, like they were never the same. So something has changed. Unless I'm just remembering to look back and forth as I'm doing the second eye. So having said that, today's video will probably be busted. Because it seems like sometimes I say something and I'm like, oh, this came out nice. And then I call myself trying to do the same thing and I have a different result. So it's just like, okay, make that make sense. But so we'll see what happens today. We are using the same palette, of course. And I'm just babbling, blending out my eyeshadow primer. Thank you for being here. Timestamps will be below if you haven't noticed already, since we're doing multiple looks. So today we're going to use, I hope I have out enough brushes, the right brushes. Today we're going to be using the middle row, and I will be holding it upside down. The first shade we're going to take, and we're actually going to go in order. Oh shit, what did I do? The brush hit this one, so we're going to just put that brush away and take a completely clean one. This I believe is just a metallic. This is a dual chrome. a matte shade, and a matte shade. We're going to take Defiance, this shade right here, and that's going to go on the first part of our lid. And it did help when I actually did use the mirror in the palette. So let's try and do that again today. So that's just going to go right here. Let me know if you have lethal shadows, if you have BYOPs, you built your own from single shadows, or you bought some of the pre-made palettes. Now we're going to go into the next shade, which is Volant. This shade, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, Volant. And this one, I'm thinking I could have used the Hourglass brushes for this one at number 3s. This is the Esom V27 because they pick up really well. Like lethal shadows do not need a lot of help. Oh. I don't know if y'all are seeing what I'm seeing, but this multi-chrome, I felt some flake on my face. It does just blend in nicely with whatever's around it. Like, look. And we ain't even done yet. So this is going on most of the lid. And even though for me the Fenty primer is a tacky primer, the way some of Lethal shadows are, they're metallics, they do just glide over. Whereas with the mattes, I have to pat first. And then once it's on, then I can go back and blend it. But these, I really like Lethal's formula. So we're just overlapping a little bit more on the inside to make it look like this is one shadow, blending in with that first shade. So that is that. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, let me stop acting goofy. Actually, I'm not acting, I'm goofy. We're going to take this brush. This is a Scott Barnes, I forget what it's called, Winger brush or something. Now, because of how this shade looks, it would go with either one of these. But we're going to take this one because this is going to go underneath our lower lash line. And I was thinking transition for some reason, but I don't know. So this shade here is Trespass. And that's going to go on the outer portion of the lid. And yeah, ooh. Ooh. That's nice. That's nice. That's really nice. Even though this is a basic shift, I need to look and see what it says, because in the pan, I see the green, I see like a reddish something or other, but I'm seeing a little bit of like orange, unless it's a rose gold shift, because then that would look a little bit orange. The rose gold part. There's my little hole right there. We're going to take the tip of the brush, tap it in, and just tap it. And we're going to just leave it. I don't even think we need to blend, because that dual chrome, we are going to go back with that brush anyway, because this shade just automatically looks like it blends in because of the shifts in it. This is nice. We're going to, I know I had that brush out. I think we were going to try and do an outer V with this shade, and this is Eden. I really need to look to see, because you know what? Some of these colors are starting to, I don't think this is going to look right. Are starting to just look and sound familiar. Oh, okay, this is turning it kind of brown. Okay, I wasn't sure if this was going to look right. Not that that has ever stopped me from doing something before. And we're going to drag it up here. So we did not add more in the brush. It's just whatever's in the brush. That's nice. It's nice and subtle, but it's noticeable. And because there's only a little bit of space up here, even though I can see the primer, it's not bothering me to see the primer. So we're just feathering this a little bit, bringing this side up to the brow a little bit. So the only naked space is this space. I'm liking this look. Oh my. And we did our V. We went very gentle, which is good. Now we're going to take that same shade Eden with this wide brush. This is this Scott Barnes travel brush. And it says travel angled smudger. Who smudges with a brush this thick? I don't, but what I do is I just use it to place and blow out at the same time, because it is such a wide brush. So I just kind of place and just kind of wiggle and turn around so that the angle part is always toward the outer corner, and for this side, the inner corner. And when I put the brush in it, I just kind of wiggle and then tap off a little bit. And so we're going to just wiggle out here. And this doesn't quite look right here. So what I'm going to do, we're using an orange liner too, y'all. We're being funky in a good way. We're going to take the brush that we used to do that same shade up here with the outer V, and we're going to just sweep right here because I'm not liking how that's looking. I did not put more shadow on the brush, and I am just going to tap in very lightly. So we're just bringing that down just to make it look like it's straight and not like a how it was looking. I don't even know how to describe that. So we're going to do the liner. This is, oh my gosh, because I'm thinking the orange will play off of, well, number one, this part, and off of the dual chrome. This again is Terrible Vision for Melt. We're using same brush that we used yesterday, clean one in Esom. Actually, it is the same one. I did wash my brushes, of course, yesterday. So we're going to apply this liner. Apologies if you can't see me. I'm back to struggling with placement so you can see what I'm doing. This is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted. And I am trying to be careful, just use the tip of the brush so that I can have a thin a line as possible with this brush. And we're going to bring this out here and bring it back. I did a swoosh by mistake. We're going to pull it out and try and go straight. But we're not going to go past where the shadow is. So that is that. And for mascara, I pulled out Squirt. I'm still rotating through my stuff, trying to make sure I not use the same thing days in a row. Even though when I was away, I only took the one mascara. I'm just feeling funky, kind of punkish today. So that's why we have all these different colors. And I don't know if it was using that multi-chrome that I'm like, okay, we're going to put orange, we're going to put green, that's for mascara. We're going to do all the colors. I like Squirt because it shows up. And I know it shows up like it does because it's a bright shade. Whereas Violet and Cobalt don't really show up as the color it is. If it was a lighter blue or a lighter purple, I think it would, but I like that. So this is the look. We're going to edit out. Oh, for lips, we're going to line with Suede Matte Lip Liner, Club Hopper, and we're going to just slap on NYX Glitter Fix Gloss, and this shade is Shadow Hunter. Someone's calling and it's blocking me. I can't see what I'm doing, but we're going to edit out doing this eye, and we'll be back with the finished look. This is our finished look, and we did line the lips with Cold Brew. Just lined them, didn't fill them in, and we put this gloss on. Again, this is NYX Glitter Fix Glitter Gloss, and the shade is Shadow Hunter. And of course, I like it because it's dark. I think it plays into the overall funkiness, punkish, colorfulness look of what we have created, and I am really digging it. Lots of stuff going on. Yeah, let me know what you think. Like, would you do all of these different colors? We have the dual chrome, we have the orange in here, we have the orange liner, we have the green underneath, and a dual chrome, multi-chrome, whatever type lip gloss. Let me know if you would do this look. I'm feeling it. You'll see me in a few moments for look number 3 with this palette. Hey y'all, we're going to keep this train rolling. It is still November 16th, and this is Vanilla Mint. Did the same base face, except this time we sprayed the face with the Fenty Makeup Refresh Spray. And for lower lash line and inner rims, both top and bottom, we used NYX Retractable Eyeliner, and the shade is Gypsy Blue. So that is that. So we're still rotating things except for the foundation, and of course, brow pencil and primer. Still the Pat stuff, still Fenty and Estee Lauder concealer under here and around my disrespectful mustache area. So we're still in the same palette. We're going to do the bottom row this time. And I think we're going to do it like we did the last one. Do these three and then put this, you know, like an outer V, I think. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to prime one eye. I have so much stuff sitting out. I missed the desk when I was away. We're going to be super, super, super funky with the lip. And we're going to put on number 122, Sea Queen. I think it's going to be a little bright. But y'all know we do things here. And for mascara, we're going to use Cobalt from MAC. But that'll be later. We're not going to do that on camera. Or on my phone. But so we're going to get started. I am enjoying this palette because I really enjoy Lethal's formulas. And I can say for the looks I've done so far, there has not been any fallout. And so there's no qualms about, you know, do your base face first, do your base face second. And I do tap off the brush for the metallics and the dual chromes and multi-chromes. And sometimes there is a little bit of fallout and sometimes it's not. The matte shades, the way I did my brush in it, it does have kick up in the pan. But I'd rather kick up in the pan than fall out on my face. And so that does not bother me at all. And when it kicks back into the pan, I just tap in that and use that anyway. So I don't feel like I'm wasting. All right, so that is there. Is that okay? If not, we're going to pretend that it is. So again, we have brushes laid out. We're going to take this shade first. I believe this is just a metallic. I believe that's just a metallic, and these two are mattes. This one is FRB. I don't know what it stands for. Maybe for real, bitch. I don't know. I made that up. I don't know. And I just stuck my thumb in this shade up here. That's what I get for trying to be witty, I guess is the word. So that's just going to go. Look, we're just going to press it. Look at that. I love Lethal's metallics. Oh, and it just goes. Like, look at this. It's vibrant. It shows. Listen, I know it matches my shirt. I know. For those of you who like the matchy, I know, but we're gonna cover it up because we have, you know, the metallic and then we have that blue and then the purple. But it was not intentional at all. And even though it's the same day, I did change my shirt just so it wouldn't look like it was the same day, even though it is. Now we're gonna take this shade here, and this is Equilibrium. That sounds familiar. Sometimes like the names just kind of start blending together for me, running together for me. We're just gonna pat. Look at that. And then when I look up, you can't even see it. So if I only put lid shades on my lid, when I look up, you can't see it. All right, we're gonna do it again where you can see it. Pat. Bam. Y'all, these shades. So if you have small mobile lid area, I encourage you, well, if you want them to be seen when your eyes are open, I encourage you to take your lid shades higher up. And it took me a long time to figure out to do that. And it was just, you know, messing around like I usually do in my videos. I'm like, oh, let me just try this. And I'm like, oh, I like that better. And I really noticed it. If you look in my Metropolis playlist, I did looks years and years ago. Probably longer than that because I haven't had that palette for a while because it turned after like 2.5, 3 years. So it's been a while. But when I first got that palette, I was just going back to the first brush, not adding shadow to it. We're going to pull it over. I was just putting lid shades on the mobile lid. And then like a year later, I created those same looks, but I was taking the lid shade up. I like those so much better. I was like, this is really nice. And between recreating those looks and taking the lid shades up, I had realized, I like how that looks like a dual chrome, how that yellow mixed with the blue. I had realized prior to that I did like the look of taking my lid shades further up. But seeing the comparisons, the before, well not the before, but the recreations, it was just like, okay, yeah, this definitely makes a difference. So it's one thing to know it does, but then to see it, it was just like, okay. I think we took this blue too far up because it is so bright, but we're going to, one of those mattes are going to come up here and blend over or something. And it feels like something in this eye. Feels like, you know how you have like a ball of mucus in your eye or something? I don't know what to call it, But that's what it feels like, because as I'm blinking, I can feel it moving. And so it is something going on in there. So we're going to take Insomnia, and this is going to go on the outer corner. Oh, I went up too far. Huh. How did I do that? I don't even know how I got up. Y'all. Oh, no. So we're just going to put this here, and we're going to sweep it over up here. I got to do something about that. I don't even know. I don't know. Oh, that I'm talking about no fallout. I got fallout. Oh, and it did just brush away. All right now. You know what? Because when I think I accidentally hit my face, and that's what did that, and then it just fell out as if I was tapping the brush. That's what I think happened. So we're going to just sweep this over some. We're going to overlap. And oh, that's nice. That is nice. I kind of want to take a lipstick applicator and take that off, but I don't want to take off the primer. Now we're going to take this Midnight, so we're just going to keep being funky. I just haven't used it in a long time, and so I just want to use OK Boomer. These two shades right here, this blue and this purple, these two on my lid, the blue and the purple on my lid is reminding me of shadows from Circle Loco. And hell, even this shade right here, my eye is tearing, so it was something in my eye because it's flushing itself out. Oh, yeah, that's reminding me of that, and that's okay. Because there are a lot of other combinations I can do with this palette and with Circle Loco. So this is giving me an idea for Circle Loco. That shade is Grin, the one I say goes with almost everything in the palette, and then put, I think it might, it's not Electric, because Electric I think is a matte, but whatever, let's just keep going. And there's two purples. One is a metallic and one is not. One is called Magic. I do remember that, but I don't remember like which one is which. So, oh, that's what I had that brush out here for. Where did I put it? No, put it away. Damn it. We are going to, let me see first. I was going to take another shade for my brow bone area, but let's just see. I need a smaller brush than that. Let's just see if we can blend it out a little bit without adding color to it, because I was going to pull up something else. Not pull up, but use something else from in the palette. I was thinking of taking this shade or even this one to put up here in this area, but let's just see what it looks like after we blend it. We're going in small circular motions and kind of back and forth at the same time, because if I can get this to where I like it, I won't put anything up here where that gap is. I actually kind of like it, but this piece right here, or is it this right here? I'm not sure. There's still something in this eye. I can feel it roaming around. I kind of do want to take that other shade, but if I can get this to act right. But I don't think it looks bad though. So we're just going back and forth. This is a rough kind of brush. This is a, you know what, because it's really dense. And so it's just like, you see it moving my skin, like it's not, I have to like use feather-like strokes for it to not move my skin like that. And I think doing that, I think I took off some of my eyebrow, because look at this brow over here, and then look at this one. Yeah, this brush is I don't know about that brush. So really quick, trying not to take up too much time, trying not to drop anything. I'm gonna just put my brow back. Yeah, that brush just I'm trying to think now, like what would I use that brush for, because y'all see it ain't work for that. It just, it's moving my skin. I kind of want to leave it, but we're not. We're going to take a Fenty brush, and we're going to go into this shade here, which is Torment. And we're going to put this under the brow very lightly, just to help with that blend right here that I didn't like how it looked. I do like this. This eye is still tearing. I don't know. I don't even know what I was going to say. I was going to say I don't know what's in my eye, but y'all probably already figured that out, that I didn't know what was in my eye. We're going to take, I don't know about that brush. Sheesh. This brush, and we're just going to feather over that. Okay, Boomer, it's going to look really loud. I like this look. I did go out earlier with that eye look on. I went to Aldi's and I went to Giant, and nobody looked at me like I was crazy. Not the ones I could see that were looking at me, but we're now going to take this brush to blow out, and we're going to put this, should we do first have lower lash line second? So we're going to take FRB, and we are going to just stamp that. It would probably be better if I just look in the mirror with the palette. And we're going to just stamp that in right here. I like how that looks. You see how strong these shadows are? Because you see how dark this is, and this shade just took over. I love it. I love it. Now we're going to take the clean one and go into this shade. This again is Equilibrium. Ow, my bracelets are too far down and it was pinching my skin. And so we're just going to press on the outer lower lash line area. Isn't it weird talking like this? And this doesn't change how I'm doing my eyeshadow, so it's like I don't even know why. And we're going to, it's not going to sweep because see how it catches on my skin. So we're going to just press and wiggle along the line of that outer corner edge. This is going to stay like this because it's wet, this area right here. Okay, Boomer's going to be looking crazy. Where did I put, okay. Part of me doesn't want to take Okay Boomer because I know it's going to look crazy, but it would be sensible just to do a black. I'm going to take Okay Boomer because we are just doing things. We're just having fun with makeup. And we're using another one of these Esom T03 brushes. And I can't even put my arm down because there's a lot of stuff right here. So hopefully this will come out okay. Ooh, please do not fall. Anything, nothing, please don't fall. This is creamier than the other ones. This one says Metal Bond Gel Liner. The other ones are Ultra Matte Gel Liners. This is from Melt. So it does perform differently. It picks up differently. It's more creamy, which makes it, if it's a thin brush, it's harder to get it on the brush because it's so thin, it just bypasses the brush. But actually that's nice. See what happens when I experiment. Sometimes stuff really comes out looking okay. And having said that, the other eye is going to be janky. So we're going to, and for this one, the other ones I can swirl the brush in it. For this one, I have to kind of like scoop it on the side of the brush and on the inside of the container. And that's why it looks like that inside, because it is a little hard to pick up, only because it is like extremely creamy. So we're going to put this here and bring it back. Looks like there's a gap right there. You know what? I think that might just be the color underneath of it poking through. That's what I really think. Okay, that looks crazy. So just trying to make this thicker because to me it looks a little off. I do like the triple wing, double wing thing, or whatever you want to call it. We are going to, I need more space. We're going to use Cobalt. Did I tell you that? Yeah, I did tell you that. So we're going to do this really quick, and then we're going to do this on this eye, and then we will be back. Do we or do we not look like we are mermaid? We're going to go live under the sea. The only thing that we did that I don't think I said we were going to do is I did take Torment that we put for up here. I also used it to buff out lower lash line. And the other thing, I don't remember if I told you we were going to line the lips with Nematang Dose of Colors Chocolate Chip Lip Liner. But I did tell you we were going to use number 122 Sea Queen. And so I'm feeling very blue right now. I know. It matches my shirt. I know. It was not intentional. I almost put on an orange shirt. And I'm like, oh, I haven't worn this shirt in a while. So we're matching. So this is this look. I am really digging it. The silver liner is not as out there as I thought it was going to look. I think it goes quite nicely. I'm loving the lower lash line. I am glad we put those two different colors under there. Of course, I love how everything blends. Lethal shadows are so easy to work with and to use, and I am really feeling it. So that'll be it for this portion, and you will see me in a moment or two for look number 4. Hey, today is November 17th, and I'm looking at my under eye thinking I need to put on concealer, so we're going to do that later. Right now, of course, Fenty Brow Pencil. We put on the Milk Hydro Grip Primer today, and we have on the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup, and the shade I wear is 4 in 2. And so later, if I don't forget, we will put on the concealer, the Estee Lauder concealer in 4 in, so I'm going to leave that out. Lower lash line and inner rims, upper and lower, we have MAC Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliner, and the shade is Stage 5 Clinger. So that's what we have on so far. We're going to put on Pumpkin Pie Chapstick. I just have a gloss out. It's one of those days today. I don't know what's going on, but just not really feeling right. So I thought, let's play a makeup, because makeup sometimes makes things feel a little bit better. I hope you guys are enjoying seeing me use this new palette. And I am enjoying using it. For this look today, we're going to use, I made it a point to jump around rows. So we're using one shade from each row. And then I think we're going to double back to one of the rows for lower lash line, if I don't forget. Because I'm just kind of, I don't know what's going on with me today. But we are here because we're always here. I don't know if we're going to do 5 looks or 6, because I've been editing as I've been doing these looks, and I think now we're at maybe 30 something minutes for just those first 3 looks, and you'll know from the timestamp like where we are. But as of today, right now, this moment, I don't know how many more looks we're gonna do, because I don't want this to be super long, and y'all already know my videos be long as hell. So we're going to take, from the middle row, we're going to take Volant, this shade here, because it's a gorgeous shade, and that's going to go on the majority of the lid. We're using an Hourglass number 3, just a pat. Look at that. It is an ethereal look, but the dual chrome, it is a typical dual chrome shift. I like it though, because it can go with greens, it can go with burgundies, it can go with purples, it can go with even a blue, depending on how you blend it and how deep or rich or light the blue is, and of course a brown. And so, oh, look at this. I hope you're seeing what I'm seeing when I'm looking at the mirror down here. This is gorgeous. And so all these shades you're seeing, you can put any shadow with this for outer corner or for eyeliner. And this could be a one and done also. And I don't really do one and dones. I don't think I ever do one and dones. But look at, this is gorgeous. This is absolutely beautiful. And as I said, it is a typical shift, but so it makes it look like you did more work for the look than you actually did, because they're like, oh, look at all them shades. There's only one shadow. Now we're going to take Midnight. So we took this, and now we're going to come down to Midnight. And for our transition shade, we're going to jump up to the first row, and this is Catatonic. So right now we're taking Midnight, that purple. And any of these shades right here would go with that one. And that was the point in putting that here. So even though there's not a purple shift in here, in Volant, it'll still go because of that reddish tone. And I think it'll deepen up quite nicely. I was looking down thinking I had a different brush for this, but we didn't. We didn't. I just really, I know you're probably saying it with me. We know, Dion, you really like lethal shadows because they just work. And tapping it, it is blending it how I want it to blend. We're going to take a little bit more. And I'm acting like I can't see. So we're going to just put this right here. And that is going to be it. I'm thinking I need to take a smaller brush to get closer to the lash line down here. But I'm going to do it this way. So you see how that just, Taking the top of the brush, and we're just going lightly over the top edge of Volant. Look at that. That is so easy. So we're still just tapping again before we take our brow bone shade. Look. So we're just feathering over, still not adding more shadow on the brush, but just to get this blend going. So you can see the purple like right here, and it blends nice. All right, so now we're going to go into Catatonic, this shade here, and we're going to tap across the top under the brow. That's nice. We're going to tap in lightly and tap off, and we're going to tap some more right here in this corner down here, and we're going to feather upward. Yeah, because we wanted to cover that corner. And so we're just going to just lightly feather. Oh, this is nice. Now we're going to take this is dark, so I'm like this one or that one, but we're going to take this one, and this one is Trespass. Part of me is saying take the green because of the green up top. We're going to take the green. This is Eden. I did not intend to take the green. That's why I put this shade under here, because I'm thinking one of the red ones. But we're going to take Eden, and we're going to stamp this on our lower lash line. Can I get on the lower lash line? Y'all, sometimes. Okay, let me use the mirror in the palette, right? Because then I can see where the lash line is versus like way down here in my wrinkles, in my under eye wrinkles. So we're just going to put this here. Oh, that looks really muddy. That's pretty. And we're going to just stamp. Oh, that's nice. Right there. Oh, this is going to be a messy grunge look, and I intended it to be that way. We're going to use Couture for upper lash line, that orangey mustard, whatever type shade that is, from Lethal Cosmetics. And we're using the Dior Show 288, which is a blue mascara because it doesn't show up blue. I am liking this. It's looking like there's a gap like right here in the middle. Oh, I think we got it. Oh, this is what I like, y'all. Oh, this grunge. We're actually going to use a melt brush today for eyeliner, so let me pull out the second one in case this one dries between now and then. Y'all, listen. Melt Cosmetics, not Melt Cosmetics, MAC, as of today, I received the email, and again, today is, this is Couture, and this is the Melt Eyeliner Brush. I received the email that MAC was having another 30% off sale. I bought 2 more of the 210 brushes. I don't need them. But I bought 2 more. And Rakuten for MAC was 10% cash back. So 30% off plus 10% cash back. So y'all ordered 2 more of the brushes. And since delivery was free and I didn't feel like going anywhere to pick up in store, I set it for delivery. And so I won't show you that when that comes in, because that'll just be probably a huge box just for the 2 eyeliner brushes. And the sample I chose was another cleansing oil, which I still never tried the other 2. This eye is chilling. I never tried the other 2 cleansing oils samples from before. One I gave away. I realized yesterday both of my eyes were burning. And I was thinking about the other times when I used OK Boomer. So I'm going to get rid of OK Boomer. And this one is a different consistency. This is a metal bond, and the other ones are ultra matte. And the PAO for this one says it's the end of February 2024. So I don't know if something has changed with it, or if it's turning, or if it always irritated my eyes and I just didn't pay attention to it. But yesterday there was no ignoring it. The longer I had it on, the more my eyes were burning, both of them. And I'm just like, oh, it's that damn eyeliner. And what's ironic is I placed the order on Amazon for other stuff, and I did get another Inglot AMC liner, a shade that I don't have, and they have a white one, and I had it in my cart, and I'm like, I don't need a white gel liner because I have the silver from Inglot, and wouldn't you know, the silver one irritated my lids. So now I'm like, do I want to order? This came out way different than I thought, this eyeliner. I mean, as far as the shape. And so it's in my cart again, but I don't pay for Prime. You only need, I think, $25 for free shipping from Amazon, which is easy to reach. And so I'll just wait until there's other stuff that I want to get. And then I will get the white gel liner from Inglove from on Amazon. We're going to do this eye. Wait, mascara. Where's the mascara? Right here in front of me. So we're going to do the mascara. And then we're going to do the other eye. And then we'll come back with the finished look. This is our finished look. Ironically, I had pulled out Pat bronzer and blush to use, and we did not even do that. We did not even set the face, and so I'm going to put the Fashion Fair away. So what we did was we went into the Elephant palette from Hourglass, and this is what we did. We used this to set under eye. Well, not to set it, but I did not put concealer on. And it was looking like I needed to. So, but we didn't. So we just put this on for under eye. We use this as contour. We use this as a blush, this as a highlighter, and this as a finishing powder. This is dim light. So the only thing we didn't use in here was this one. So it is very natural. I think it's very nice because the under eyes were still looking a little darker than I like. And because everything else looks so bomb, I went in with Radiant Light, and I only put that under eye because it does camouflage a little bit because it gives it some radiance. And then we sprayed the face with Milk Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray because this also gives me a little bit of luminosity. So still trying to just brighten up under here without putting more product, meaning concealer under there, which is full coverage. The Estee Lauder one is full coverage. Lips, we put on the Nema Tang Dose of Colors Egen Lip Gloss right over top of chapstick. That's everything that we did. And so let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this look. I am digging it, and it was super easy, super simple. I know I keep saying it. I really just enjoyed Lethal Shadows, and yeah, we used lid, outer corner, brow bone, lower lash line. That is it. So we'll look at it and think this, and that. Huh, okay, well, yeah, these two and this one with the green, but I think it goes really nice. And also I like that we did the pop of Cultura for the eyeliner. So I think that adds to it. And I think the lip gloss was a good choice because there's so much going on up here. The face is neutral, but we got that hourglass glow going on. And so I'm really digging it. So you will see me in a few moments with look number 5. Today is November 18th. It's a Saturday. We are starting with Sugar Cookie Chapstick. I have my base face done. We have on the Fenty Brow Pencil, of course. One day I'll stop saying that because that's the only brow pencil I ever use. I've been using it for years. We have on the Milk Hydro Grip Face Primer, Estee Lauder Foundation 4in, and we have on the Estee Lauder Concealer 4in. Let me back up. The foundation is 4in 2. The concealer is 4in. And what else did we do? We didn't spray the face yet, so let me go ahead and do that. And we will just use the Fenty spray. This is a makeup refreshing spray. It's not a setting spray. We have on for the face situation, the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush Palette. We have everything in here on our face. There's 2 cream products, cream highlight, cream blush, powder blush. These are highlighters. One is more boom pow than the other, and this one is citrus, and that's right here. So if you see like a yellowish greenish tint, that's what that is, and that's why the palette is called Citrus. This doesn't have a bronzer in here, so we use Pat McGrath's Desert Glow as a bronzer and along the perimeter of our face and on the tip of my nose, which came out shiny. I don't know why. Lower waterline and inner rims, we have NYX Retractable Eyeliner in Aqua Green. This did not show up much on my waterline, and so then I picked up a Prime Pro Medics. I never know if it's blue or black until I open it, and it turned out that it was blue. So that's on our inner rims, upper and lower, and that is everything on my face right now. This will be look number 5 with this palette. I'm excited to get into it. I have brushes laid out. Hopefully everything will go as planned. Fenty eyeshadow primer as usual. I should have primed my eye before I started, so apologies for not doing that. And you know what? I'm going to edit this out. we're going to start with, let me get my paper right. We are jumping around in rows again. So we're going to start with this shade down here, and this shade is FRB. I think it means for real, bitch. I don't know, but that's going to go on the first, actually, the majority of the lid. So I'm using a wide brush. This is the Hourglass number 3 because I can do this area quickly, like most of my lid. Yes, this is a light look. What is happening to me? But we're going to be very colorful. So you see already what's on lower lash line. And I'm thinking to put that orange Lethal Cosmetics gel liner for upper lash line. And I pulled out Squirt mascara, which is like a lime green. So we're going, I don't know what we're doing today. I don't know if it's punk. I don't know if it's just troll. I don't know. So this is there. And that was super easy. This can be a one and done. This can be a one and done. Now we're going to go into Fahrenheit, this shade up here. And this is going to go on the outer portion of our lid. And yes, this is a very light, colorful look. It's making me think of Circle Loco only because of all the different colors that we're using. Not that the colors look the same. And not that even this looks like Grunge. It reminds me of Grunge, but it doesn't look like Grunge because Grunge is a multi-chrome, or at least a dual chrome. And we're going to tap this over here, and we're going to drag this. We'll tap it because for me, the Fenty primer, say it with me, is a tacky primer. So I tried to sweep it and it wouldn't sweep. And so we are tapping up here to get that shade there. And actually, that's blending it quite nicely. And I like how those two blended together, so it is kind of like an orange. This is a funky look with all these colors. Who picked these colors? I did. So yeah, we're just having fun in makeup, like I encourage you to do. Just try new things. We're getting this along the lash line. I think a red would go better, but I think the orange will really make this look kind of punkish. So I am liking it. And we're still just tapping up here to here because the lid shade we took up to here. So we're just meeting where the lid shade is, and we're just tapping to get that blend. We funky. Oh my gosh. We're tapping more here because I don't like how it looks like it's a straight line, but I think we already fixed it just now. So that is it for that shade. And now we're going to take, what was I going to put? I was going to put something somewhere. I think I was going to do another outer corner shade. So we're going to take more of Fahrenheit and we're going to bring that in because yeah, I was going to put a blue here. This is going this is going to look crazy, but we do crazy here. It's the crazy troll nation for a reason. So we're going to leave that like that. We're just sweeping in Fahrenheit just a little bit to cover what to layer over FRB. That is pretty. That blend right here, that's pretty. It's like a sunset, but it's about to do something else. So we're going to take Insomnia, this shade here. I don't know. And we're using a fluffy blending brush. This is like super fluffy because I don't want a lot of color, but it's a deep shade. So we're just, and we're tapping off, and we're actually just going to tap it. We're not quite doing an outer V. Maybe we are. I don't know. But I just want to put just a little bit, but I don't want to cover up the outer edge of the red. So we're just tapping into the shadow, tapping off, and just going to tap it right inside the line. And we're going to sweep this right under that red. Hopefully I can get the other side to be the same. Hopefully. We will see. But I'm going to edit out that like I've been doing the other eye. I like how this is looking. So we're just tapping very lightly in, tapping off, and then feathering this in. I think this is adding some nice dimension. We're coming underneath that red shade, Fahrenheit, just sweeping whatever is left on the brush of Insomnia just under here. And I like how that did that. I like that. Now watch the other eye be really jacked up. So this is that, y'all. Oh my gosh. And now we're going to take, shoot, I was going to take this shade, but then that'll be 3 from the bottom row. So we're going to take Backdraft. Oh, and put on the lower lash line. So I'm really just trying to mix up the rows here. I really am. So we're going to press this on the lower lash line. I don't know how much it's going to show up over this aqua green because it is such a light shade. But I'm going to use the mirror in the palette. This is not showing up on top of it, but I can see it's there because it's showing up underneath of it. And so I am pressing into it, but it's not, I mean, it's going, but because that blue is so bold and this shade is so light, it's not looking like it's doing much. In person, I can see it more because I can see it underneath the blue, even though I am putting it on top of the blue and just pressing in. That's what we have. I did intend to put a blue, but then I didn't want to use 3 shades from the bottom row because I'm really just trying to mix up this palette so you can see, like, when you have different colors. We started by rose, all of that was really cute, but to see like what else you can do. Now we're going to take, it would be sensible to take slate, which is the blue, but we're going to take, I think it's called Terrible Vision. Yes, I can read. This is called Terrible Vision from Lethal Cosmetics, and a brush that we will not name, and we're going to put this on our upper lash line. This is nice. This is very colored. Oh, that's pretty. I really like this orange. I was concerned it was going to look like the red, even though orange and red are 2 different shades, but sometimes things look the same on me. But also because we're putting this over a yellow, I think it's helping it to look like what it really is. That is pretty. This look, y'all, super fast. Less than 10 minutes. We're not done yet though, but we're almost done with this eye. And I'm going to bring this above, well, maybe not above. I was going to say above the blue, but we didn't. And so we're just going to do a small wing so that way you can still see all of these colors over here. That was super easy. We're going to take Squirt. Y'all, we just mixing up colors. Don't be afraid, or I encourage you to not be afraid to just go for it. Even if you're just at home playing around, just to see if you combine, you know, different colors. Like we have gold, red, blue, orange, green mascara, aqua blue on the bottom lower lash line, and we put a pink shadow on top of that. Like, just do things. Just experiment, have fun, and just see what happens. And if you like it, do it again. And if not, try a different color combination the next time. So it is fun for me just seeing, like, is this going to work? And I don't always want to just do looks like, oh yeah, I know this is going to be pretty, this is going to be nice. Like, I just want to experiment and just see what happens. Because always, if looks are always perfect, to me that gets boring. It's like, where's the chance you're taking? Like, where's the excitement? You know what I mean? But that's just me. So we're going to edit out. And you know what? I didn't do the lower lash line. We're going to do lower lash line, then the other eye, and then we will come back. This here is our finished look. Yeah, so we did the same thing amazingly. I think I'm getting better at both sides looking the same. We lined the lips with NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Alien, which is black, and we put on Sephora collection number 29. I was gonna say 50 something, I don't know. Number 29 Dark Forest, because I think this goes nice with all the colors and the look. I am seriously digging it. And so what are my thoughts of this overall palette? I am digging it. I mean, I know I created it. I picked the shades, but you saw how, you know, this is a row, this is a row, this row is a look, and we mixed and matched for looks number 4 and this look number 5. And this is a very versatile palette, and that's what I look for in palettes. Like, can I do more than just the obvious? You know what I mean? And so it did challenge me a little bit to make sure I was using shades from each row, but I am glad that I did that, and I am seriously digging this palette. And so let me know what your thoughts are on Lethal Cosmetics shadows. Thank you for hanging with me through this video and through the 5 looks. I appreciate all of you for doing that. If you made it this far, go ahead and subscribe, click like, join if you're interested in that. There's a lot of links below. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.